Hello there everyone, my name is Crazy Caleb, and today we're going to be taking a look at M-Seq, or M-Sequence. So this is the way the module looks. It has a square on the module, and keep in mind that this is different from the A-square module made by QuinnRest. This is by Danny7007, and what we're going to be doing is we're going to be getting a series of different sequences here. Now the way that you can tell M-Seq from a square is when you focus on a square, it will change to a different color. This one will stay the exact same color always. So what we're going to be getting from this module is we're going to be getting a series of 3 different sequences, as you can tell by the name. And these 3 different sequences will be composed of numbers, colors, and symbols, and they will always be in this exact order. There will always be each a length of 8 as well. And what our goal is our goal is to find which one of these guys is excluded from each of these rows. Which number is excluded, which color is excluded, and which shape is excluded. Keep that in mind. So let's try and do this. And there is a way that you can reset this back to the initial state without resetting what the actual missing characters are. Thank you for that, by the way. And that's going to be, I'll explain that in a minute. So let's get into this. And these guys are going to be fast, so keep that in mind. And it's going to be really, really quickly. So I imagine you will have to at least reset once or twice. So let's try this again. So let's do this. 3, 4, 1, 5, 7, 9, 6, 2. Orange, purple, lime, star, circle, up triangle, circle, sun. That was a circle. Alright, so now, obviously we didn't get everything that we wanted to. We got the numbers taken care of. I am pretty consistent with the numbers. However, some of the colors can fool me a little bit. So let's try this again. So how exactly do we do this? So if we go down to submitting your answer, there's going to be a part where it's going to introduce 4 beats to the rhythm, which we'll get into what that all means later. And tapping this module during this time will reset the module to the initial state. So we'll hear this.
1, 2.
And we tap the button again, we'll hear that little beep. That means we're back to the initial state. So we can just simply tap it again to get our sequences. So let's try and get the colors again. We have like 3 different colors. Blue, red, shouldn't be that. Okay, circle, plus, sun, I missed, there's 3 different symbols, so we know for a fact that we have 2 of these guys here, so all we need to do is focus on the shapes, which I will take a look at this one. I'll restart this entire thing. Sun, star, up triangle, diamond, both squares in a circle, I believe, and let's see what we have here. Let's try this again. So we're missing 2 guys. We need to figure out if there's a plus or an X. Let's see which one's missing. And I'm not seeing that pink color anywhere, so that means that that's good to go. Circle plus. Okay, we should be not having the X, which... Here we go. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to use the excluded entries in order and convert them to digits based on their position from left to right. So we're essentially going to obviously use our number here, so 8. Then what we're going to do is for each color and each symbol, we're essentially just going to go up on the table until we get to a number, and that's going to be what it corresponds to. So the color, in this case the pink one, is going to correspond to a 6, and our symbol, the X, is going to correspond to a 3. And that's what we're going to get. So now, this is going to be the expert work, and this is actually really, really the easier part of this module. So let's take a look at what it wants us to do. So we're going to construct a triangle as shown and place the 3 obtained digits at the top row. This is why I have this formatted like this, why they have spaces between each other. And what we're going to do is we're going to fill in the lower rows by setting each cell's value to the sum of the 2 values directly above it. So for this one, in this case, this Bravo 2 right here, what we're going to do is we're going to sum Alpha 1 and Charlie 1 together to get these guys going. So our first one is going to be 8 plus 6, and that's going to be a 14. Likewise, we're going to do the same thing. It's going to be a 6 plus a 3, which is going to give me a 9. And then for our last one, we're going to do the sum of these 2 values. 14 plus 9 is going to give me should be 23. Indeed it is. So now, what do we do with this? Well, we're going to do this actually 2 more times, and we're going to do it a very particular way. Once this has been performed, we're going to rotate the triangle 120 degrees clockwise and empty the bottom 2 rows. Essentially what this means is that we're going to essentially rotate this bottom one up to the top left, and this top right and this top left one up to the top right, and these guys are going to rotate with it in the middle. So, and just an easier way of actually doing this is we're essentially going to take the bottom one, the bottom row here first, which is 23, the leftmost of the second row, which is 14, and the leftmost of the top row, which is an 8. And that's what we're going to do, essentially. And we're going to fill these rows and using the rules for step 2 again. So we're going to do this, we're going to do this, and then we're going to do this one more time, and then we're going to take the bottommost value of that triangle. So let's do that again. So 23 plus 14, 23 plus the 14 will give me a 37, as this is our new value below him. And then 14 plus 8 is 22. Now we're going to add the 37 to this, which is going to be a 59. So now let's do this one more time. So let's take a look here. So let's take 59, 37, and 23, and let's do this once more. So 59 plus 37 is going to be 96. 37 plus 23 is going to be 60. And then 60 plus 96 should be 156. Yes, it is indeed. And this will be our final value that we're going to take. So we're going to take the bottommost value of this triangle, and what we're going to do is we're going to convert this into a binary, but a little bit of a different way. So 1, 5, and 6. So, obtaining the sequence. So we're going to obtain a different sequence of which we have to submit using these binary string that we're going to get. So once the number has been obtained from the previous step, take each digit individually and convert it into a string of ones and zeros using the below table. So for 1, we're going to get 0, 1, 0, 1. For 5, we're going to get 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1. And then for 6, we're going to get 1, 1, 0. And we're going to concatenate all of these guys together into one big string. Okay. Let's take a look. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look here. And what we're going to do is once the string has been obtained, it must be submitted into the module. And to start this module once more, the module will start a rhythm of 1 beat per tick of the bomb's timer. So that's actually another helpful way we can do this module. I actually should have the bomb timer on. What I'll have in the next example. So it will start with 4 beats to introduce a rhythm, and keep in mind this is also going to affect the module if you happen to have a strike on this module. And the timer will go faster if you have a strike, unless you're in steady mode, but it will still affect the timer if you happen to be on a normal bomb. So it will start with 4 beats to introduce a rhythm. It will always be based off of the timer ticks, and tapping the module during this time will reset the module to its initial state. This is where this comes in. And then after the 4 beats, the module will start recording the input. For each beat, we're going to go to the next character of the string of 1s and 0s. It will, if the character of the corresponding position is a 1, interact with the module at least once during the beat. Now, I like to do this pretty straightforward. I like to tap it. It's pretty straightforward. If it's a 0, do not interact with it at all. An interaction with the module can be holding the button or releasing it. Pretty straightforward. So let's get right into this. So we have, in this case, we're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4 as our cue. Then what we're going to do is we're not going to interact with it. Then we're going to do a potentially hold and then release. That's kind of the way that I like to do it. Then 0. Then we're going to leave that alone for a second. Then hold, then release, then potentially a tap right there. And just like that, 0, we're going to wait for it to submit, and we should be good to go. Note that this does require a little bit of practice to get used to, especially with the whole timer ticks concept. But I think it is normally a timer side module, so it will be pretty easy to do. So let's get right into this. Let's get our cue.
1,
2, 3, 4. 1, hold, release. 1, hold, release, hold. And just like that is a solved module. And note that you can hold it over completely until it submits. Keep that in mind. So let's go over one more example. This module is not that tricky. It's just getting that first read, which you have the ability to just reset infinite amount of times until you completely have it. And submitting the module is probably the trickiest part of this module. So I actually forgot to pop up the timer for my top left part of the screen, or top right, excuse me. So let me get that going, and then we can get into one more example. So let's go to tweaks here, tweaks, bomb HUD, show edge work. I don't even think I actually need edge work for this time around. I don't need edge work, that's right. So let's do this. Alright, so let's get our read. 2871654. Lime, purple, blue, tan, pink, orange, or circle, triangle, X, circle. Okay, another good read. Couple colors that we need to figure out, and just make sure that that is the purple. Yep. Okay, so let's try it again.
1.
Reset. We have the 3. I always have been comfortable with numbers. So let's see what colors we have. So we have red, tan, X, sun, circle, star, up triangle, and plus. Okay, so we have our shape taken care of. And I believe that our color is going to be this guy right here. As far as I'm aware, it should be.
1.
So let's try the colors again. Let's make sure we're not missing anything. It's between that purple and this sort of mint color. Purple. Okay, purple's taken care of, so it's got to be this mint one over here. Okay. So we have 3 for our first one, for our number. We have 8 for our color. And then we have 9 for our diamond. And just like that, we should be good to go. So now let's take a look here. So let's start doing what we did with the triangles. So 3 plus 8 is going to be 11, and 8 plus 9 is going to be 17. 11 plus 17 is going to be a 28. And now let's rotate the triangle. So we're going to do 28, 11, and 3, because we're rotating this clockwise. And remember, the bottom goes to the top left goes to the top right, and etc., etc. And that's all we really need to pay attention to. So, next up, 28 plus 11 is going to be 39, 11 plus 3 is going to be 14, and 39 plus 14 is going to be 53, I believe. Let me make sure of that. Indeed, okay. And then let's rotate this one more time to get our final big value. So 53 plus 39 and 28. So 53 plus 39 is going to be 92. Even rather quite a big one. And then 39 plus 28 is going to be 67 plus the 92, 67, and that's going to be a 159. Okay, so now let's take a look. Let's convert this entire thing into a binary sequence with each individual digit. So 1 is going to be a 0, 1, 5 is going to be 1, 0, 1, and 9 is going to be 1, 0, 0, 1. Okay, this is a bit of a longer string. So now let's start submitting this into the module. So we're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to get nothing, hold, release, nothing, hold, release, nothing, nothing, hold. So let's get right into this thing. And now we actually have the timer ticks available for us because we have this in the top right. That's going to help us a lot. So let's do it.
1,
2, 3, 4, nothing, hold, release, nothing, hold, release, nothing, nothing, hold. And just like that is a solved module. As always, thank you guys for watching. Remember to stay crazy, stay cool, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.